We've got an explosive breaking news coming your way. Well, it doesn't get bigger than this. Massive setback for former Finance Minister of the UPA, P Chidambaram. ED has received sanction to prosecute the former Finance Minister, P Chidambaram. This Indian alleged money laundering probe. Which are the two cases? INX Media and Aircel-Maxis. This is necessary after the Supreme Court in a recent order said that PMLA is governed like CRPC and Prevention of Corruption Act. Before we go into the technicalities of why the sanction was required, let me go across to Bhavtosh. Bhavtosh, this is huge. You have been at the forefront of getting us minute-by-minute updates at the time of the entire Aircel-Maxis case coming out, all the details of it. This is huge that the former Finance Minister of the UPA, P Chidambaram, can now be prosecuted for this by the Enforcement Directorate. Tell us about the case.
Well, this is a technicality, Meghna, as far as this case is concerned. What the Enforcement Directorate has said that an order was given by the Supreme Court in November of 2024, after which it was said that like in cases of CRPC, that PMLA is governed by CRPC. So any politician, if there is a prosecution of any politician has to happen, then sanction to prosecute has to happen. Since P Chidambaram at that point of time was a politician, he was a finance minister, so sanction to prosecute him has to take place. And then in this February, sanction to prosecute of P Chidambaram has happened in two cases. One is Aircel-Maxis case, which ED has been investigating, in which Chargesheet has been filed. The second case is INX Media case. In both these cases, ED has filed a Chargesheet against P Chidambaram, in which charges are same, that FIPP approval was taken. Allegedly, this FIPP approval was taken, in which there are allegations that through his son money was taken. Though P Chidambaram as well as Karti Chidambaram had denied these charges, ED has filed the cases, and ED's case is based on the CBI FIR. Subsequent to that, ED has filed cases in which they have said some crore of rupees were taken. In this cases, in both the cases, they have alleged that Karti Chidambaram's company, Advantage Strategic Private Limited, was a company which was allegedly set up to take bribes. They have taken, in one case, they have taken some 1.5 crore rupees. In second case, they have taken around 6.5 crore rupees, though Karti Chidambaram had denied these charges. Now, because at that point of time, P Chidambaram was the finance minister, his sanction to prosecute has to happen. Earlier, PMLA was not governed by this. There was no clarity. There was a lot of ambiguity around it. Now it has been clear. Now it is completely clear that one has to take sanction to prosecute, following which now Enforcement Directorate is taking sanction to prosecute. ED has now, through a statement, has clarified this, and sanction to prosecute has happened, and subsequently to that, trial in these cases will start because ED has clarified that they have got sanction to prosecute.
Bhavtosh, you must also remind our viewers what exactly it is that the Chidambarams have said regarding the charges that they face.
Well, as far as Karti Chidambaram and P Chidambaram has said earlier, since both of them in various cases they have been arrested or they have been summoned, both of them have denied these charges. In fact, Karti Chidambaram has said that these agencies have been let loose on them by BJP as well as by Centre. They have said that the charges are completely trumped up charges. These are fake charges. There are various charges that have been leveled against them by the Enforcement Directorate as well as by the CBI, and they have said that there is no substance against them, that these are fake cases. I will just read what the ED has said as far as sanction to prosecute is concerned. They have said that in light of the said order of the Supreme Court, the sanction of P Chidambaram was sought from the competent authority in this light, and the sanction was obtained on 10th of February in respect of P Chidambaram, along with the order under section 197 of the Code of Criminal Procedure 1973 under section 218 of BNSS for prosecuting P Chidambaram, the then Union Finance Minister, in respect of the offence of money laundering. The prosecution sanction order has been placed before the Special Court, Rouse Avenue. What has happened, Meghna, is that that BNSS has replaced CRPC, and in all these cases, a procedure is being followed in which BNSS, since it has replaced CRPC, sanction to prosecute is being done, which is a procedural thing.
In fact, this is going to be very critical because all along, remember, the Chidambarams have been saying that these are trumped-up charges against them, that this is essentially politically motivated. So the political fallout of this is going to be massive as well, isn't it? Because let's not forget, Karti Chidambaram is still in power in the state. Isn't it, Bhavtosh?
Yes, in fact, the politics around... Yes, Meghna, in fact, the politics around will be played because Tamil Nadu is going to pose, but the ED on its part has clarified 2-3 things. One, they have said that the Supreme Court delivered a judgment on 6th of November 2024 in case of Directorate of Enforcement versus BP Acharya, etc., in a criminal appeal that was filed that held that requirement of prosecution sanction under section of CRPC is applicable to a complaint filed under 14 Part 1, Part B of the PMLA. Subsequent to this judgment, many accused persons charged under PMLA have challenged the trial proceedings in multiple legal forums, leading to delay in the trial. To counter such delay and to comply with the judgment of the Honorable Supreme Court, ED has swiftly initiated remedial actions by seeking prosecution sanction in all such prosecution complaints involving public servants. Now, because of this judgment, even Arvind Kejriwal had approached the Delhi High Court saying that the prosecution complaint against him has been filed, but the sanction to prosecute has not been taken. ED has now gone back to the competent authority and they are now asking to take the sanction to prosecute. In case of P Chidambaram, that has now come up, and that's the reason why the Enforcement Directorate has now issued a statement that they have got the sanction to prosecute P Chidambaram in 2 cases. One is the INX Media case and other is the Aircel-Maxis case.
Well, this is going to be huge. In both the cases, you have sanction to prosecute, which has been received earlier. That was the big hurdle in the case when the Enforcement Directorate was told by the courts that they must get the sanction first. Only then can they start with the prosecution. And that final hurdle has now been overcome as well. What happens from here onwards? Give us a sense, Bhavtosh, of the timelines as well.
Well, as far as this matter is concerned, in both the cases, it could have been possible that P Chidambaram could have challenged as to the fact that he could have said that these charge sheets have been filed without taking the sanction to prosecute. And this has, as I was telling, that Arvind Kejriwal, the former Delhi Chief Minister, has said that the charge sheet against him in the alleged Delhi excise scam was filed without taking the sanction to prosecute him from the competent authority, in this case from the President of India. He has challenged this in the Delhi High Court. ED in that case also has now approached the competent authority to in fact address that issue. To address that issue also, Enforcement Directorate is now approaching the competent authority, and for this very reason, the Enforcement Directorate has approached the competent authority in P Chidambaram case. They have now issued a statement saying that they have got the sanction to prosecute P Chidambaram in 2 cases. One is the Aircel-Maxis case, and another is the INX Media case. Now, through a statement, they have clarified. In fact, they have said that they have got the sanction to prosecute him in both the cases. That is the INX Media case, and other is the Aircel-Maxis case. One has to wait and see what would be the statement of P Chidambaram. But earlier, if we go by what he said earlier, he said that both the cases, that the ED's action or whether it's CBI action, he has questioned that, and he has always said that these are vindictive moves on the part of BJP as well as on the part of centre.
Well, absolutely. This has been dismissed by the Chidambarams as a political witch hunt. But what happens from here onwards, we'll have to wait and see, because ED finally gets the green flag to prosecute the former finance minister. Thank you so much, Bhavtosh, for getting us those details.